Taylor Swift's name has officially been added to Blake Lively's lawsuit jury selection list, and it happened less than 9 hours ago. Taylor is reportedly furious, and her wedding plans could be in serious trouble. Subscribe, because this story just took a turn nobody saw coming, and we need to cover every detail. Page 6 just dropped a bombshell that has every Swiftie on edge. Taylor Swift's name has been officially added to a list of questions that will be used to screen potential jurors for Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's It Ends With Us trial next month. And here's the part that makes it worse. The list was created collaboratively. That means Blake's legal team and Justin Baldoni's legal team worked together on Friday to include Taylor's name on there. Let that sink in for a second. For months, Taylor has been trying to distance herself from this lawsuit. She fought a subpoena. She changed her phone number after her private texts got leaked. She reportedly cut Blake out of her bachelorette party. She did everything she could to stay out of it, and now both sides of this lawsuit have literally put her name on the official court record as a topic the jury will be questioned about. But the worst part isn't just that her name is on the list, it's what the questions reportedly include, and how this affects her wedding plans that are only weeks away. Here's what makes this situation so brutal. The trial is scheduled to begin in May. Taylor and Travis's rumored wedding is June 13th. That means the entire month of May, right before the biggest day of Taylor's life, her name is going to be dragged through court proceedings. Every news outlet will be covering it. Every headline will mention her. Every tabloid will speculate about what she said in those private texts. An insider told Rob Shooter earlier this week, and this was before the jury list news even dropped, that Taylor was relieved because 10 of Blake's 13 legal claims had already been dismissed. Taylor thought the case was getting weaker. She thought she might actually be in the clear. But now, less than a week after that report, the exact opposite is happening. The case isn't just still alive, it's reaching directly into her life. And then there's the detail that fans have been analyzing obsessively in the last few hours. Because if you look at what the jury questions actually mean, it explains exactly why Taylor is reportedly losing sleep. Here's what most people don't realize about jury selection in a case like this. When lawyers put a famous person's name on a jury screening list, it means one thing. They plan to discuss that person during the actual trial. The questions are designed to find out if potential jurors already have opinions about the famous person. Do they like Taylor Swift? Do they trust her? Have they read about her involvement in this case? Would her name influence their decision? Which means during this trial, Taylor Swift's name is going to come up. Not once, not as a passing mention, but repeatedly. Her text might be presented as evidence. Her relationship with Blake might be dissected. Her decisions might be scrutinized by 12 strangers on a jury who will then decide whether Blake Lively or Justin Baldoni wins this case. And Taylor has absolutely zero control over any of it. A source close to Taylor told People magazine weeks ago that Taylor felt, quote, exposed and violated when her private texts were first released. Can you imagine how she feels now knowing those texts might be read out loud in a packed courtroom in just a few weeks, and that she can't stop it? But here's the part that has fans screaming conspiracy. Because the timing of Blake and Justin's legal teams collaborating on this list is way too convenient. And what it might really mean is shocking. Page 6 specifically used one word in their report that has everyone paying attention. The word is collaboratively. They wrote that Blake Lively's legal team and Justin Baldoni's legal team worked collaboratively to produce this list. Now, think about what that means. These are two sides who are actively suing each other for millions of dollars. They hate each other. Blake filed a lawsuit accusing Justin of sexual harassment. Justin filed a $400 million countersuit accusing Blake and Ryan Reynolds of defamation and extortion. These legal teams should not be cooperating on anything. Page 6 specifically used one word in their report that has everyone paying attention. The word is collaboratively. They wrote that Blake Lively's legal team and Justin Baldoni's legal team worked collaboratively to produce this list. Now, think about what that means. These are two sides who are actively suing each other for millions of dollars. They hate each other. Blake filed a lawsuit accusing Justin of sexual harassment. Justin filed a $400 million countersuit accusing Blake and Ryan Reynolds of defamation and extortion. These legal teams should not be cooperating on anything. And then there's what Taylor's team is reportedly doing right now behind the scenes to try to stop this from becoming a complete disaster for her wedding. Taylor's legal team has reportedly been working overtime to minimize her involvement in this case since day one. They successfully fought off a subpoena that would have forced her to give a deposition. They issued statements denying she had any creative involvement in It Ends With Us, and they've pushed back hard against every media narrative that frames Taylor as being on Blake's side. But the problem is, with her name officially on the jury selection list, there's nothing her lawyers can do. They can't stop lawyers from asking jurors about her. They can't prevent her text from being used in court. They can only watch from the sidelines as her name gets dragged into what is now one of the biggest celebrity legal battles of the decade during the exact weeks she's supposed to be planning the happiest day of her life. Sources close to the couple told Us Weekly earlier this month that Taylor wanted to be off the grid during her wedding planning. She wanted to focus on Travis, on the ceremony, on her friends and family. She specifically asked insiders to keep things quiet. And now, less than 60 days before the wedding, the exact opposite is happening. The spotlight is on her whether she wants it or not. So here's where we stand. Taylor Swift is officially on the jury selection list for a trial that starts in May. Her name will be discussed in open court weeks before her rumored June 13th wedding. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal teams agreed together that Taylor's involvement matters to their case. Taylor's team is powerless to stop it, and the entire internet is about to spend a month debating her role in this lawsuit right when she's trying to get married. So what do you think? Is Taylor going to find a way out of this before the wedding? Is Blake Lively putting Taylor's name on the court record as some kind of payback for being cut from the bachelorette party? Or is this just the legal system doing its thing with zero regard for Taylor's personal life? Drop everything in the comments because this story just got a lot more complicated and we want to hear every theory. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on because this trial starts in just weeks and we're going to be covering every update. Share this with a fellow Swiftie who needs to know what just happened, and I'll see you in the next one because trust me, this is far from over.